Most people's problems with Facebook ads is that they're doing it wrong and overcomplicating it. You open the ads manager and they look like they are building spaghetti diagrams. They're too focused on interest groups that don't really matter no more. And they over here complaining about high ass CPMs. And it's like, gang, you got to get with the times. The focus isn't on that, it's on this. But I get it. You stuck to what was because that's when you had success back in 2021, 22, 20, and all that. I'm here to tell you, you can have success again, but you just got to change your mindset. And just so y'all know, the title of the video is not cap, because ain't no cap in my rep, okay? You see the numbers, okay? You see the numbers. Look at them dates, look at them numbers. 20K to 200K. Okay. That's 700% growth, gang. You see the numbers, okay? Let me refresh, because I'm not lying. You see the numbers, gang. You see the numbers, okay? 20K to 200K, 700%. We did that in 6 months, gang. So I'm telling you, I can help. Now, before we dive too deep into like the ad campaigns and building that out, I want you to understand one thing. Like, if you take nothing else from this video and you just take away this, you will win. Because what matters now more than anything, whether you're running ads on Meta, whether you're running ads on TikTok, whether you're running ads on Snapchat, whatever platform, YouTube, any platform, the thing that matters now is because a lot of things have changed in how we can target people because of iOS updates, because of lawsuits, all that jazz. Listen, what matters now is that you have to make content that converts. You got to make creative that meets the customer where they're at in the customer journey and takes them to the next stage to where they get closer and closer to swiping that credit card. And what we're going to do to really make sure that we understand this, we're going to look at the 5 awareness levels. Now, with the 5 awareness levels, it's going ahead and walking this customer through this journey that I'm talking about. And at that first level, your top of funnel is going to be your unaware people. These are people that don't know they got a problem and don't know the solution, right? For these people, what you're really focusing on doing is just making them aware of the problems that exist in their life because they're in a painful situation. They're in a shitty situation and you can help them get out of it. Don't focus on your product. Don't focus on your brand. Focus on where they're at in terms of their situation and how painful it is and how you may know a way they can get out of it. Below that, you have problem aware people. Now, they know they got a problem, right? They know they got a problem, but they don't know about the solutions that exist out there. Your job is to make them feel like they're sane because the problem they have is real. Make them feel like you empathize with them because you get their pain points, and then educate them that there is a solution to what they're feeling and experiencing in life. Below that is your solution people. These people know they got a problem. They may even know that there's a solution, but which solution is the best solution? That is what's going on here. So what do you want to focus on here is really hitting home as to why your solution is going to allow this person to make a transformation in the life that they're seeking. You want to pigeonhole your solution as the best option, period. Below that, you have product aware people. At this phase, people know they got a problem, they know solutions exist, and they are familiar with your product to some degree. They still have yet to pull the trigger, and this is where you really want to hone in on what makes your product different than your competitors. Usually at this phase, a lot of comparison ads, a lot of focusing on the social proof that your product has, your service has, really does a good job at converting those customers. Now, at the last level, your most aware people, right? These people know they got a problem, know their solutions, know about the products, and even know about your product. This is really where you want to really drive it home because they're ready to make a purchase. And sweeteners like discounts, buy one, get ones, bundle deals, this is where you want to throw all that at them because now you're going to give them the most incentive to buy into your solution. Once again, we're selling transformations, we're selling solutions. We ain't selling products, we ain't selling brands. Those things come over time with consistency and a reputation for success. Now let's jump back into the account that we grew from $26,000 to $211,000, and let's go deeper into the numbers of what that truly looked like. First thing I want to make y'all aware of, we increased the ad spend by over 800%. Before they actually started working with us, they were solely focused on doing retargeting ads, and they were timid with spending money because they weren't too sure on how to do it the right way. This is what it looks like when you do it the right way. You're not only able to 10x your ad spend, you also to literally 10x your revenue. took them from 26K to 211K, which is 700% revenue growth in a matter of 6 months. All right. In that same time, yes, our CPA, which is just your cost per acquisition, which is really just how much money you spending to get someone to buy your stuff, did go up $6. Well, let me remind you guys that though it went up $6, our AOV also increased as a result. And before we actually work with them, I will remind you again, they were focusing on retargeting ads. So yes, retargeting ads are cheaper because these are people that are familiar with your brand and familiar with your product. So not only did we come in, allow them to make more money, but we also got their customers comfortable spending more money. So let's take it back to how people used to run ads back in 2023 and before all that. It used to be you can be super specific with your audiences. It used to be you can do top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, which is just tofu, mofu, and bofu. But now, because of all the changes and because of how the algorithm works, it is so much better to be simple and trust Facebook and let it do its thing. And all you need to do is focus on running 2 campaigns. So when it came to targeting, it was interest groups, lookalikes, and custom. That don't work no more. It's expensive, waste of money, and the data don't even be the same. Now, 2025 and beyond, we going broad. Give me all the broads. I like a bad broad. You know why? Because there's a lot of money to make with a bad broad. So let's take it back to how people used to run ads back in 2023 and before all that. It used to be you can be super specific with your audiences. It used to be you can do top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, which is just tofu, mofu, and bofu. But now, because of all the changes and because of how the algorithm works, it is so much better to be simple and trust Facebook and let it do its thing. And all you need to do is focus on running 2 campaigns. So when it came to targeting, it was interest groups, lookalikes, and custom. That don't work no more. It's expensive, waste of money, and the data don't even be the same. Now, 2025 and beyond, we going broad. Give me all the broads. I like a bad broad. You know why? Because there's a lot of money to make with a bad broad. All right, so I'm going to quickly walk you guys through setting up an actual campaign in the Ads Manager. I promise you, it is not as scary nor as intimidating as you think it is. It's very simple. First things first, make sure you're in the Ads Manager. You're going to come over here and hit this green Create button. Once you hit that green Create button, I'm telling you this now, please pay attention. If you want to get sales for your product, you will do a sales conversion campaign, nothing more, nothing less. If you have a service and you want leads to then sell your services to, you will run a lead generation campaign, nothing more, nothing less. Facebook's literal. You tell it to go get people that I just want reach and video views, it will do that. That's what awareness gives you. If you tell it you want people that will just click on your profile and click around and do all that stuff, it will do that. It's not going to get you people that will be leads. It's not going to get you people that will turn into customers and buy your products. Understand, if you want those things, pay for those things by running those right campaigns. There's 2 campaigns that we're going to run. Like I mentioned, ASC, which is Advantage Shopping Plus campaign, and you're going to run a manual sales campaign. The manual sales campaign is going to be our creative targeting campaign. Let's go ahead and set that up. When you come in here, let's name it. Real quickly, we're going to call it CTC. You're going to hit next. Once you name it, you're going to come over here to your ad set level. At the ad set level is where we're going to do all the breaking down of setting up our targeting. Remember what I said about targeting. What do we do? What do we do? We target bad broads. Remember that. So we're going to come over here and just name this testing for the sake of the video. And then remember, we are focused on conversions that are optimized for purchases. So I don't have anything set up here, but for you, you should have your website connected to this. And if you're running an ad to sell a product, optimize for what? Selling products and getting purchases. Love that for us. Cool. Now we're going to move on to the ad. So you're going to get to where it's time to actually set up the ad, which is your image and videos or carousel. You're going to name it whatever. Call this test ad 1. And then you're going to come into your actual ad setup. Now, for the sake of how we're going to set these things up, you want to make sure that you have manual controls outside of your ASC campaign. In the ASC campaign, it's cool to let the ASC stuff, like Advantage Plus stuff, rock. But in the manual campaign, which is our creative targeting campaign, we're going to focus on making sure that we have control and do manual uploads. You want to make sure that it's selected. You want to make sure you have manual upload selected, and then you're going to want to be able to have the ability of selecting, single image or video, carousels, whatever the creator is going to be, right? And then you're going to upload that, and then you're going to publish it. And guess what? You set up an ad. Congratulations. All right, so I want to walk you guys through what's really going on with this creative targeting campaign. You're going to be running a creative targeting campaign that is set up for ABO. ABO just stands for Ad Set Budget Optimization. That just tells Facebook how you want your money to be spent on your ads. With ABO, you're allowing yourself to have more control, and you can evenly distribute your money across the different ad sets that you have to make sure that, one, you have a controlled environment to measure the data and see what's really working from you, from your creative angle standpoint, from your videos and images that are performing for you, and make decisions on what to cut, what to make again, what to duplicate, what to scale. CBO is the other option you have. CBO is just campaign budget optimization. With that, you're literally saying, Facebook, here's my money. You spend it where you see fit. That's the difference. They're both useful. ABO allows for more controls, like I mentioned, and is what I recommend if you're starting with a new account or with a budget that's under $300. Once you get to the point where you can spend confidently and comfortably more than $300 a day on ads, you can step into the world of CBO, because now you're in a position where you can scale. Like I mentioned, the goal of the creative targeting campaign is to meet the customer where they're at on the different stages of their customer journey. Going back to those 5 awareness levels, we want to understand what creative is going to speak to people at the unaware stage, product stage, problem stage, so on and so forth. And bro, I don't know where you've been, but there's this thing called ChatGPT, Claude, all these AI tools that exist. And if you ain't using them, you're losing. Come into ChatGPT, take this prompt and build on it. When I do this, I'm going to give mad detail about my product, the audience I'm targeting, and I'm going to let ChatGPT help me brainstorm and create the best marketing angles that I can literally go out and make ads for. It's giving us 10 unique marketing angles, literally to click of a button. You have zero excuse to know how to make ads. So like when I hear people say, I don't know how to make ads, I don't know how to make ads. Bro, I talk about a lot of different examples that you can make on my social medias, on my TikTok, on my Instagram. And here's ChatGPT giving you some examples so you can get started. Go to work. All right, so once ChatGPT gives you like the winning angles that you need to go test, your goal is to go out there and make the creative. You're going to make the actual ads, videos, and images, and we're going to test them. We're going to judge it based on low CPAs, best return on ad spend, so on and so forth. Once you get those metrics back, you're going to take those winners and move them into new ad sets and now build out variations of those winners in those ad sets. Let's say our 2 angles were the normal mom jeans and the post baby body. Those are our winning angles. We create variations for them. Because we know they're winners based on how they tested, we can pretty much forecast that the variations that we will make will have success as well. And this is how you scale with creative. Now, I also want to make you guys aware, once we're at this stage where we have several different ad sets with winning angles, we're more than likely spending at least $300 a day. Once you have now successfully scaled a significant number of winning ads, winning angles, you are now ready to move up your budget and move into running your first ASC campaign. At this point in the game, you understand how the creative targeting campaign works. We can now switch that to CBO and let that money that we give Facebook do its thing. Now we want to launch our first ASC campaign with strictly winners that we have as ads and let it do its thing. The beautiful thing about these ASC campaigns is that they scale quick and they also do retargeting on our behalf. This is the power of Meta's AI and machine learning. Hey, listen, you did it. You made it to the end. And if no one told you today, I'm proud of you. I want you to succeed. I want to succeed. Let's succeed together. So if you have any questions, feel free to DM me or email me.